And the doors have closed and we're taking off. I've been taking my lunch break in the Gondola. Did you see the view? It just reminds me of where I'm at. Basically, my homesickness is gone, which is amazing because that was extremely painful. I don't want to harp on it. And then I was looking it up and what homesickness is and how to fix it. And it was like, look for patterns, look for familiarity. I didn't feel like I was seeing that around me, but then I was like, okay, this week and last week are the same. I have the same shifts. I'm going to see the same people. My shift starts at 7 and the club opens at 7:30. And it's a members only club. You see a lot of the same faces. Opens like the thing. I have a Jolly Rancher in my hand because I was sucking on it. I get to work at 7. My bus is still on the summer schedule, so I have one bus that I take every day. Ideally, it will shift to something where I can get there a little bit earlier. I am right on time, maybe a few minutes late, and you don't have that much time to prepare for breakfast, and people get there early to go ski, even though there's 2 runs open. As you can see, there's snow. I'd been riding this gondola when it was dirt, and that was not a good feeling. I was like, first I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Second, I was like, I'm here to ski and it's not time to ski yet. It's literally November. I am so early. No wonder I'm fucking bored and feeling weird. There's nothing to do. It's dirt. And I'm not a dirt biker and it's too cold and it's not pretty anymore because the leaves fell off the trees. Now we're starting to get some snow and I'm really getting excited for winter. But anyway, 3 people from sobriety, from AA, came into the club. 1 was a member, 2 were guests, and it was my first time meeting them in person, but that was really cool. And it was also funny because my coworkers were like, how do you know people? And I'm like, sobriety. And it's so true that getting sober is so helpful when it comes to moving. I've been to a handful of AA meetings, which is another thing that has helped my homesickness. People are so kind in AA and so supportive, and it's such a caring community. I knew that would be a resource because in one of my first meetings this time last year, which by the way, my sober anniversary is December 3rd. I'll have 2 years sober December 3rd. And I'll also show you the foggy mountains. It looks really cool. But yeah, my sobriety date is December 3rd. There's a really great like fellowship thing out here, which is basically a way that people all hang out, and it's called Reconnected, I believe, or like, I think it's Reconnected. And they do like skiing, like coffee and skiing on Fridays. Unfortunately, I'm working, but that's why these members came in today, because they had been doing the coffee and ski thing. And it was so fun. Well, I'm like in my stained pants that are too big for me. I got the shirt. This shows my collar. This shows my collarbones, so I feel a little bit more beautiful when I wear it. They, I think, noticed that I was wearing the same polo every day. Just, I was washing it every 2 days. And I had like my underlayer. They gave me like a Helly Hansen underlayer, and I think that they're people I worked with, the women, were like, she needs clothes. But I'm not gonna wear my clothes. I can wear my clothes, but I'm not going to because I get splashed with food water all day and like different substances. I'm just not gonna get my clothes dirty. I'll have designated work clothes and get them dirty and clean them and more regularly and whatever. So that's that. This is really exciting. There's snow, by the way. Like, there's way more snow than I thought. It's raining down by my work, but it's snowing up here, which is amazing. Anyway, yeah, so the homesickness is gone. I'm knowing people around. Like, I think I've won my coworkers over. I think they like me and think I'm normal and funny. I'm starting to feel comfortable enough to make jokes, which is good. I've been on Raya. I was like gonna delete my membership and I thought I canceled it, but I went and opened it and it's still going on. So I've been swiping on Raya and that's been making me feel better. I also messaged a guy that I used to talk to in Utah and I told him that I moved to Colorado when I was at the tail end of my homesickness. And he was like, oh my God, I grew up going to Vail. That's a 6-hour drive. Like, I'll come, we have the same days off. I'll come, like, whatever, in 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. And now I'm like, I was excited. I'm like, someone I know. And now I'm starting to feel so comfortable where I'm like, I don't know if I need that. I don't know. I actually, I'm celibate. I have been. Oh. I don't know why. Like, that felt amazing. Did I pee my pants? Yeah. Another great view. So I'm getting excited to dress in my winter fashions. My parents have been sending me packages. They haven't arrived yet, but apparently there's lithiums in one of the packages, which I run out today, so I'm hoping that arrives. My psychiatrist from home gave me a 3-month prescription. Thank you. I need to find a psychiatrist here. Part of the reason why this job through Vail Mountains is so good is because the healthcare is good, the benefits, like free therapy, however many sessions, I think like 6 or 8. And obviously I get a free Epic pass, which is great. I get the 40% off discount, so I got a really cool, what's it called? Oh, the North Face. I got a cool North Face jacket. It's a shell and an outer layer, which I wanted to get anyway, but I'm just happy I didn't have to get them separate. And then I got the little North Face puffy slides. The logo on it is literally huge, which I don't like logos, but whatever. The other logo was smaller on the earlier, like older release. And the new one apparently has more grip and like higher cushion. Fuck if I know. Apparently it's better, so I got that one. It's $10 extra, so obviously it's better. I also got 2 used snowboards. I budgeted $300 for a secondhand snowboard. I was going to the consignment shop that everybody told me to go to, and the guy there was super smart and helpful. I'm also, look at that. That looks so dope. Yeah. So he was super helpful, and I got a Jones board, which is camber, and it's better for speed. It won't like fuck around. And my Solomon board that I used to snowboard on was super old and was a camber board, so it was the same sort of beat, and that's why I was going so fast. My PR, my best, is 60 miles an hour on that board in Aspen last year, or 2 years ago. And so I got a board for going fast, and then I got a board for powder / like playing around. But I got step-in bindings from my wellness stipend at my first ever job at a tech company. They gave you $700 for wellness. And right before I left the job, I went to my local ski and snowboard shop, got boots and step-in bindings. So I am reluctant to get a second pair of bindings because they're expensive. So I guess I'll have to switch them back and forth on powder days. Whatever. The powder board is a LibTech board, and I really like the design on it. I'm so picky with design on snowboards, and I told the guy that, and he was like, that's half the fun. So I was like, okay, I'm not just being like a superficial little girl with this. Apparently everyone's superficial when it comes down to it. There was one particular branded snowboard that had really cool graphic design, and I wanted a snowboard that had that kind of graphic on it, but That's not what they had in my size. I just got what they had. The Jones board was $99 and the other board was like $150 or something. So I just got both. And then with work, a lot of the members will give up their skis when they get new skis and pass them along to the staff at the mountain club. So I got a pair of really old skis. I don't really want them. I want a slightly newer pair because I want new technologies. And if I'm going to get fitted for a boot, which everyone has recommended that I do, I'm going to want a little bit nicer skis. Not that these aren't nice. They're expensive and they are nice, but they're nice from like the early 2000s. And I was riding a board from the early 2000s and I loved it, but things change and like technology develops and it makes a difference. So if I'm going to be on skis, I would go to the secondhand shop and just get some secondhand skis. Unless they get another free pair of skis that are my size that are slightly newer. I know that sounds like I'm looking a gift horse in the mouth, but I know what I want. So, that's that. Okay, so anything else? Oh, I do work until 5:30, which is great for wanting to go out. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I get to see all of the interesting members on the weekends, and then when the mountain is less crowded during the weekdays, I get to go out and ski and snowboard. So I'm pretty happy with that setup. I guess it kind of sucks for people who want to visit me over a weekend. They'll have to just entertain themselves. I do get like discounted passes and stuff. I get discounted meals in the mountain. I think it's like $8 meal. So that's good because I never get lodge food just because it's so expensive. It's so cheapy. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I set up a tarp in my bedroom, which I'm super excited about. And I'm going to paint later so I could show what that looks like. But my friend suggested that I put it on the wall to add texture and soften the room because the paint is that speckled, weird, shiny sort of chunks underneath. And I really think it's unsettling. So now it's covered with the canvas tarp and it has my painting over it, and I'll add multiple paintings at a time. So it'd just be a changing feature in the room. And I'm glad that I have a bit of a studio set up for myself because when it's there, I will paint. I was painting in the garage and it was starting to get cold, so that was difficult back at home in New Jersey. So now in Colorado, I've set myself up to where I can vibe, put on music, and paint literally whenever. So I'll definitely be doing that pretty often, and I'm super excited. Honestly, it's going to be so much fun. I've really set myself up in my bedroom in a cozy way where I like hanging out in there. I think I want to add a chair, I'm not gonna lie. It might be kind of silly, but I like throwing things on a chair and sitting in it, obviously. I've been doing my makeup in my tall mirror, so it'd be helpful to have a chair. But other than that, I'm just vibing in there. My roommates are super sweet. The living room bothers me. It doesn't look cute, and I don't know how much money I want to invest in making it cuter. But so far, I'm just focused on my bedroom, my oasis. Got a new mattress. That was important. Made me feel a lot better. Anyway, this is my descent. And that's all. There's so much more eye contact and smiles here. People are so much friendlier. But I have a locker at work, which is huge because it's right next to the gondola. This lighting is terrible. It's been raining all day. But it's right next to the gondola, and I don't have to lug all my stuff on the bus every day. But I do want to walk around and see if they have free stickers so that I can put them on my employee locker because mine doesn't have any right now, and some people's made their lockers look so cute.
This is the town. Kind of. Hi, puppy.